Welcome back, my friends, for another fun reloading video. Today we're just continuing with our 9mm here, our Lee 356-124 tumble lube truncated cones, and we're just getting going here for the day. So of course we're going to double check our powder measure. So here we're looking for 4.8 or 4.9 grains. And of course we'll start with the little 10 throw average just to get an idea of what our press is doing for the day. It's been pretty consistent thus far. And you know, I'm not expecting anything different. So let's give this a test and see where we're at, and then we'll kick it off. I had just loaded up 100 of them the other night after work, and so now tonight I'm going to do another 100 or so. It's getting late though, so it could get past my bedtime. We'll have to see how we're feeling. So we just got some tunes playing in the background, and we're loading up some ammos here. 2 more. I'm looking for 48 grains here, please. 1 more. And there we are, 48.3. That's pretty dang close. That means that we're getting 4.83 grains per single charge. So that's exactly what we want. I'll tell you what. Let's get to it. We've already got our next 100 primers loaded up here. So this will be our 601st through 700th round. We're almost filling these up, working our way through. So let's see what we can do tonight. Okay, so we were just checking our powder. So we've got to replace our locator pin to hold our shell into our shell plate so it doesn't fly off and we lose our powder and all that. And then we are back onto our regularly scheduled program. And as always, I'm watching the primer go down this way. I'm seeing if there's powder down here. And then I'm making sure again that there's powder here before I seat a new bullet on top of that, while I'm checking all my head stamps to make sure they don't have a crimp. And all of that combined should lead to some smooth operation. So I've just got a bucket over here on the side for any of those head stamps with the crimps on them. Ooh, a piece of Starline, and it's marked +P. Haven't seen many of those. Some poor feller lost his brass. I'm not sure, but we might run out of bullets before we get through our primers. We'll have to see. I think I had almost 20 pounds of cast bullets here before we started. I didn't do any math, but it should be close. Should be close, but we'll have to see here in a little while. I'm not in any rush with this project, really. Been so busy working. not a whole lot of time to sit down at the press. So we just do a little bit here and there throughout the week, or weeks now. This is the beginning of week 2 of this project. So, you know, just an ongoing thing, kind of like brass prep. I've still got several hundred cases of Lake City 556 brass to prep that I had previously sized and all of that in an earlier video. But I just kind of have projects like that ongoing throughout the week, or a few days, or however long they take, really. For the most part, I do things in larger batches, unless I'm just testing something, or, you know, running a small lot of something. Had to double check for powder there. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of these NATO head stamps in here. But no big deal, we can process those at a later time by themselves. Ooh, that one feels gross. Ew. We'll just try to work it in there. There's nothing on the little priming cup to have interfered with it, so I don't know what happened there. That wasn't good. Just came up slightly crooked, but I bet it'll still go off. I'll, of course, set this one to the side when we get done. And I have an ongoing pile of those because I'm really good at this stuff. Anyways, we'll try to make sure we're seated. Seems like the rim is having trouble staying on the shell plate. But I think we're good here. Not to worry. That one felt a little squishy, but that one's flush, no problems there. Damn you, Winchester, with your steel cases. Damn you! So our steel case made it through the carbide die. I'm sure it wasn't very nice to it, or nice to our powder funnel. So we're going to try to avoid running steel through our dies again, but apparently it can be done. We'll check at the end if we can plunk it, and I guess we'll test fire it and see what happens. So, piece of steel case, it's even got some rust on it. Good stuff there. Who knows? Onward! Oh, yeah. Check for powder. Okay. So, aside from checking our powder measure when we're first getting started, I noticed that my Dillon lock rings here were a bit loose, like not even finger tight. So I ran the press up, or the arm rather, so it would hold the dies, and then I've locked it down again since then with the entire tool head in its final position. So I think since I lowered this when the ram was down, it wasn't quite settled in, since our lock ring is actually interfering with this little section of our press. So I think we've got them locked in correctly now. The other two are good. And we are rocking and rolling here. No issues yet other than running the steel case through there. Alright, so we're probably down to, I would say, 20 or so primers left in our tube. So we're going to knock these out here, and that'll put our total up to 700. In which case we will continue on with another episode after this one. If you guys are enjoying the tunes, let me know. They're just, royalty-free songs on the silly audio library they allow you to use without getting copywritten and all that fun stuff. So I thought it could be kind of fun. Instead of just listening to me like mouth breathing into the microphone, you can hear some fun tunes. And who doesn't like classical? I mean, it's not my usual go-to, but I do actually quite enjoy it. Especially the full orchestral stuff with brass and strings and a little bit of everything. Whoopsie. So what other cartridge would you guys like to see loaded like this 9mm series we're doing here? I'm planning a 38 special one, and even perhaps a 223 loading as well. I've got a load picked out for 38 special, but we need to work on a good 62 grain or 55 grain load for the 5.56 or 223 or whatever I called it a second ago. Oh no, that one was Blazer. Those have been having really tight primer pockets that are kind of shaving off a little flake of the primer, which will get caught in the cup down there, which in turn leaves an indentation on the preceding, the next ones to come down the line, you know what I'm saying? Alright, I don't know how many I said we had, 20 or whatever. That was a lie. We're probably near 10 or something now, but whatever. And you know, some people, sort of off topic, I guess, but still reloading related, you know, people will be like, how quickly can you reload? Can you just crank out like 10 trillion rounds? He's like, well, you sure can, but you're going to pay for it. And with, you know, with speed, you lose a bit of precision or quality control. Even on a fine blue machine such as this one. They all have their ups and downs and all that. But as for me, how many can I reload? You know, like per hour? Probably 300 comfortably. If I weren't trying to film and all that, and I already had the primer tubes filled up, we could easily do 300 in an hour, but we're not racing. And again, I like to check the brass, check the primer, check that I got powder, all that stuff. All right, we've got about 2 left here in the pipeline. Woo, we're overflowing here, fellers. Let's just tame it down there a little bit. Okay, we're all good. We're good, don't worry. All right, we got this one and maybe one more. I might have to fandangle with it here a minute. Do one of these. There we are. Oh boy, look at there. Last one. And I'm a dummy. I didn't put a bullet here to seat, so geez, what a dum-dum. I was all excited. No big deal. Okay, I dumped the powder here. I haven't primed this one yet, so it's just gonna get resized, no big deal. Now we've got that bullet. Well, that would have been a little embarrassing there. Okay, let's put the actual locator pin back so we don't lose that. No more brass here. This is our last one to get charged. See the bullet. Bingo, bango, bongo. One more in the crimp and boom. There we are. All right, check it out here. So it looks like, you know, we've got the first 100 I did the other day and now 99 over here. That's because I have this one. While it does have the same overall length, look at how much shorter this casing is. So I saw that one and pulled it out. And so for a cartridge that headspace is off the case mouth here, you can see why that would be really bad. But obviously this was once fired, at least from whoever shot it, and it loaded up just fine. But I'm still going to put it aside, pull the bullet, pop out the primer. It's still perfectly fine. You know, I'm not going to shoot this one. As you can see, it's, you know, several thousandths, if not like a whole tenth too short. So that's a no-go. 99 out of 100. Pretty good. Not bad. We'll take it. And we will add it to our others over here as we work through our pile here. So if you've been following this far, here's our first couple episodes, and now we're going to be done with those. We've got these 3 in the back to fill, as we just mentioned. But I want to say thanks again for watching, folks. I really appreciate you hanging out. If you enjoy this sort of content, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you are not currently, and you can also support the channel over on patreon.com/dummyround. So thanks again. We will see you in the next video. Have a good one.